Hey guys, hope you all are having a great day. Today I'm going to be going out for a little jog because I'm training for elk hunting, and I'll be doing 3 or 4 miles today depending on how far this route is. I'm down here at our whitetail farm in Missouri, and we just made a lot of new trails, so now I'm going to run all through and show you guys around, show you some of the habitat improvements that we've made. We made a lot of clearings for food, and figured I'd just take the camera along on a run because I'm going to be going on there anyway and show you guys around. But anyway, we'll start right here. This is just a little maybe a 1/4 acre field or so behind the cabin, and it's a pretty lush clover field. It's a little dry right now because of the summer drought, but the deer are still hitting it pretty hard, and you would think that they wouldn't hit it that hard because the cabin's right there and we can see right to it, but they don't seem to mind that much. And we even had a really great big buck coming out here a lot last year, and the neighbor ended up killing him, but it was still cool to see a big buck like that throughout the summer just from your cabin. But anyway, let's get to the running part. I can't stress enough how important it is to be in shape for if you're going out west to hunt elk. Those mountains will just chew you up and spit you out, so doing our best to stay in shape and conquer the mountains. So here we go. So we're already to the first field, little clearing that we made, and this was just a bottom that was just really thick, viney brush, and it was getting so thick that the deer weren't even walking through it. But we had a stand right there that I killed a pretty nice buck out of. That was across the creek a couple years ago. But anyway, we made this into a nice little clearing, and we're gonna make it into a fall food plot, and I think they're going to use it. I think they're going to use it a lot, but we've got that road all fixed up, so that's pretty nice. And we also have a little crossing right down in there. It goes up to the other side. But I'm going to head down this road system and then up that hill to another big field. Well, that's pretty much a sprint up that probably a 1/4 mile hill. But now we're to the biggest field now on our property. It's almost exactly 2 acres, and this was all hickory trees and brush, much like what you're looking into right now, except there's some oaks back there. We kind of stopped where it turned into good timber for deer hunting. But as you can see, we left that really big oak up there, so it's really hard to take out. But it's just a nice big ridgetop food plot, biggest one on our farm, and it should attract and hold a lot of deer. But our biggest problem before we did all these fields was that the deer didn't have enough food at all, and it was a decent rutting property, but they would all leave and go to the neighbors' properties when they're getting hungry in the winter. Hopefully these nice new fields will stop them from leaving and we can hold more deer on our place. We'll go down here, down to the pond, and then across to another field. Gotta be careful so I don't roll an ankle. Smile for the camera. So down here to the pond, this was already a pond, and then we decided to have him put a pipe in it, which is right down there, and because the spillway kept washing out, so he put a pipe in it and raised it up a little bit. It should turn into a nice little fishing hole maybe, but he had to clear that hillside to get dirt for the dam, and we ended up planting that in a chicory mix, but not sure if that'll do very well because we planted it midsummer, but we decided to put something out so it wouldn't wash too bad. I'm loving running these hills. I don't get to do this very often, and when I go out west, the mountains just kick my butt. So it's a lot more fun than running on the street. But anyway, now we come into this clover field that we already had established, and it was just this small little area. We have 3 more apple trees planted down there, but we ended up clearing it out another 100 yards or so and turned it into about an acre ridgetop food plot. And what's interesting about this one is we had a trail coming right along the top there, and never noticed, but there's an apple tree that ran right along our trail, and we almost had him bulldoze it over. And of course we didn't want that, so it ended up right on the edge of the new field. And it's pretty cool because all this time we have been thinking, man, it's weird, we don't have any wild apple trees. You always hear about people finding new apple trees on their place, and we had 160 acres, so we thought we'd have at least a few. Never found any, but we planted 9 apple trees this spring, only to find this pretty mature apple tree right here, which is now producing pretty big apples. And it was engulfed in brush. I mean, this thing hardly got any sunlight, so we cleaned it up, cut down the trees around it, and it's actually doing a lot better. I think it's doing really well. But the deer are already coming to it pretty much every day to see what new apples fell and trying to pick off apples from the lower branches. But this field should be really good with the 4 apple trees total on it, and obviously the food plot. And it's going to create a really nice funnel right down here because there's a creek maybe 75 yards down the hill. So if we put a stand right down in there, it should create a really nice funnel for bucks kind of cruising the creek, and they don't want to come out in this big open field, but it should be really good. So we'll run down here. I don't know if you could see that, but there went a deer. Which is kind of surprising because we were just taking the tractor through here and my dad just sprayed a field over right across the creek, so I didn't expect to bump any deer, which is why I ran today, but I guess they didn't mind the tractor and stuff. But as you can see, I'm sweating profusely. It is 90 degrees right now, I think. And boy, that's cool. But it's about 90 degrees and humidity is just sky high, so I'm sweating a lot even though I'm not running that hard doing all the filming, but just trying to get a little bit of work in. Let him be. We had him make a crossing right here, which is starting to wash out a little bit, which we expected. We'll have to kind of come back and clean that up with a box blade once it eventually washes completely out. But really nice having these new roads you can access pretty much everywhere in the property now, and really nice. Hills. So made it to the other side of the creek and up on this ridge top we have another food plot, which we just mowed yesterday, and he came in just a little while ago and sprayed some grass specific herbicide on it. It's a clover, alfalfa and chicory mix made by Whitetail Institute, and the deer are just loving it this year. So got pictures of a pretty nice buck in here every other day or so, and 3 more apple trees. Here we have another crossing he made, and this trail keeps going up and kind of circles around, makes a loop over there. Pretty big loop. I'm not going to go over there in case we have some deer hiding out in there. I don't want to bump them. But just nice road system now. You can access the whole property. You can get to run up this nice big hill. Oh, we made it back to this big 2-acre field. Well, it's big for us. It's the only field we have that's over an acre. But now we're gonna run this trail, which kind of borders our property in this direction, and go back to our last field that I'm gonna show you that we just made a little bit bigger. Made it to this last field, which is also a blackberry patch. Get a little mid-run snack. But man, those blackberries are good when you're hot and sweaty. So here we're at our last field that I'm gonna show you. We made it, oh, I don't know, we probably tripled its size. It was just this little clover patch right here, which we've killed some does out of before, and backs up to this giant beautiful oak tree, just huge. But well, that's the last field. Like I said, the goal was primarily just to get more food on the property so they would stick around longer and we'd have some better hunting. As before, I'm sure I'll put an aerial photo up sometime during this video, but before it was almost, our 160 acres was almost all timber and maybe 3 or 4 acres of fields. But now I think we've opened it up a lot, and we have a lot better proportion of fields and timber, so should have enough food. And in a lot of places it'll make some nice funnels, so it'll be easier to hunt. Alright, well, I need to get back to my running, and this is the last field, so I don't have any more to show you guys. But I'll probably do another mile or a mile and a half. I'll make a big loop kind of around and through the property, and we need to do that without a break so I get a really good workout in, even though with this heat I'm already sweating. It's crazy. But like I said, you really need to work hard in the off season and train hard so you can hunt easy out west if you're doing any elk hunting. And it's what we love to do, so we enjoy the pain and struggles of training so we can chase the elk in the mountains. But anyway, I'm gonna get to that. If you like the video, make sure you like the video. It really helps the channel grow. See you guys in the next one.